Hi, my name is Chee, and I'm currently 16 years old, and I'm a student who's studying at Developing Virtue Boys School in Ukiah, California. And I come from a different country. It's called Malaysia. It's located in Southeast Asia. And last year when I was in school, I wanted to do something that's really special, and I wanted to benefit my school. And I was thinking all summer, like, what should I do? At that time, I was drinking tea too. So I thought maybe I should start a tea club. So when I went back to my school, I told my teachers that I wanted to start a tea club. I told my core teacher and my principal, and they both agreed, and my tea club was started. And every weekend we would come together, and a couple of students would sit down, and we would drink tea and talk. I thought it was a really special thing because it was really rare for us, especially we're at a really academically challenging school. So we would usually be busy at doing our academic homeworks and everything. But after the tea club was created, we were able to sit down and talk about our lives, and it would relieve our stress. So a lot of people would like to come during the weekends to our tea club. So I would like to thank the International Tea Sipper Society first for inviting me as a daily meditations contributor, because this is a really rare chance for me to share about my experience with tea, and also how I introduced this tea to my school in America. Because when I was younger in Malaysia, we would drink tea all the time, and whenever visitors come by, I would make tea and serve them, and they would all be really happy. So I would also be really happy, and I would continue to serve them. And whenever I'm talking with my dad or my family or my cousins, any of my relatives, we would make tea and we would sit down and talk, and I would learn a lot of things from them. So that's one of the reasons why I like tea. And because of all these, I wanted to use all of these things that I have to benefit my school, so I started this tea club. And from what I saw, this tea club had 3 points that are really helpful to the school. The first is it creates a strong bond between all of the students, and the second is it helps us express our gratitude, which I will emphasize on it later. And the third is it creates a connection in the world and also in our school between the teachers, students, and just the whole community. The first thing that I mentioned was the strong student bonds. Because we would sit down every day, and every weekend, and we would talk for like 3 or 4 hours about what kind of tea it is, and how hot the water should be, and how long should we steep the tea, and all of those information. And a lot of the students seem to be interested in the tea, and that's one of the reasons that I kept going on with my tea club. Besides talking about tea, we will also talk about our lives, what kind of music we like to listen to, or just anything. And it just helps us relax, and because it's really stressful for us students in school, so during the weekends we will have this chance to relax, and that will strengthen our bonds and let us know more about each other. And that's one thing I like about my tea club. And the second thing is gratitude. When I was younger in Malaysia, during Chinese New Year, we would make tea and offer it to our grandparents and parents, and they would give us red envelopes with money in it in return. So that shows our gratitude to them as elders, and so we would offer tea to them, and that would make me really happy, because it just shows that it connects the two generations, the previous generation and the new generation, and it strengthens the bonds in the family. So I tried to utilize this idea, and I brought it to my school and I used it during our Teachers' Day, which is celebrated annually at our school, and also our Honoring Elders Day. So during Teachers' Day and Honoring Elders Day, I convinced a couple of my friends, and we organized a tea ceremony, and we would all each hold a cup and walk walk in a circle, and then when we reach our teachers, we would kneel down and we would offer the tea. And some of the teachers were really moved, like some of them almost cried because they were really touched by our actions. And a couple of the teachers came to me and talked to me about the tea ceremony, and they think it was really good because it showed our gratitude to the teachers in a really special way. And because in America it's really rare for people to, especially students nowadays, to kneel down in front of their teachers and serve tea, so it was a really touching moment. And the third point I would like to emphasize on is to make more connections in the world, because nowadays there's smartphones in the world, and also electronics and computers and MacBooks and all of those, and I see it like almost in many places that when people sit down, even in families, they will sit down and just look at their phones and they wouldn't even talk to each other. So I believe that by creating this tea club, it can help bring about the stronger relationships in families, in schools, between friends, between brothers, sisters, cousins. It will make the bond stronger, and I believe that this connection will really help make the world a better place to live in. I believe this tea club can also be formed in other schools and also in different parts of the world, not necessarily just high school, universities, or anywhere, but if this idea can be spread to the world, I believe that it can create a more connected, and I believe that this can possibly bring about world peace. So finally, I would like to thank the International Tea Sipper Society once again for inviting me as a sharer, and I hope that my sharing today will help the world and help bring about world peace in the future. Thank you.